Hello everyone, this is your teacher Clintz and welcome to your Filipino Odyssey class. Our lesson for today is about the climate and season in the Philippines. Climate, season, and weather. Climate pertains to the average condition of the atmosphere over a long period of time. Season pertains to the average condition of the atmosphere for a considerable length of time and is characterized by a particular climatic feature. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere in a day. There are different factors that affect climate and season. First is the movement of the Earth. Change and difference in climate in different parts of the world can be explained by understanding the movements of the Earth. There are two movements of the Earth: rotation, or movement of the Earth on its own axis, and revolution, or movement of the Earth around the Sun. Rotation. The Earth rotates on its own axis. The axis is an imaginary line that passes from the North Pole towards the South Pole. It is slanted at an angle 23.5. As the world rotates, day turns to night and night turns to day. This causes different parts of the world to experience different times of the day. Revolution. It takes 365¼ days for the Earth to make complete revolution around the Sun. Second is climate zones. The world is divided into climate zones. These zones experience different climates. Third is elevation and temperature. Elevation affects the temperature of a place. A place with high elevation experiences a cooler temperature. Fourth is movements and types of wind. Another factor that affects climate are the types of wind. There are three types of wind. First is trade winds. Trade winds blow from northeast or east after passing through the Pacific Ocean. It is experienced in the Philippines from February to March. Second is northeast monsoon. Northeast monsoon blows from the northeast. And because it traverses from China and Siberia, this wind is cool and dry. It is experienced in the Philippines from November to February. Third is southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon blows from southwest of the Philippines across the whole expanse of Asia. It is experienced in the country from May to October. Southwest monsoon brings heavy rains to the country. The rate by which land and water heats up or cools down is different. Land heats up and cools down fast. On the other hand, water heats up and cools down slowly. When the air on land heats up, it becomes light and goes up. It is replaced by heavy and cool air from the sea. This wind behavior is the cause for the changing directions of the wind. Wind changes directions based on wherever there is warm or cool air. The wind changes direction is called a monsoon. There are two types of monsoon, southwest and northeast monsoon. The climate and season in the Philippines. The Philippines is located in low altitude, above the equator, in the tropical zone. This location of the Philippines causes the country to experience two seasons: wet and dry. The Philippines experiences wet season from July to November. On the other hand, the country experiences dry season from December to May. There are parts of the country that experience cool climate in spite of the Philippines being a tropical country. Example of this is Baguio City, which is dubbed as the summer capital of the Philippines. And also because of the Philippines' geographical location, the country experiences frequent rains. There are four types of climate in the Philippines based on rain distribution. Typhoons also frequently visit the country. There are usually about 20 to 36 typhoons that form in the northwestern part of the Pacific Ocean that make landfall in the Philippines. Summary for our discussion today. The Philippines is a tropical country. There are two seasons in the Philippines: wet and dry season. There are four climates in the Philippines based on rain distribution. Places with high elevation, like Baguio City, experiences cooler weather than in the lowlands. The Philippines frequently experiencing rains and typhoons. That's all for today. Thank you for listening.